All right, let's unpack this. Imagine a senior engineer who barely types code anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking maybe, what, 80% of their coding time spent not actually hand coding,
Yeah.
but instead relying almost entirely on an AI agent. I mean, it sounds pretty radical, doesn't it?
It really does.
How is that even possible? And, what does it fundamentally mean for how we build things?
It's definitely more than just a shift in tools. It suggests a completely different way of working, you know?
Yeah.
Moving from doing everything manually to sort of delegating strategically.
Exactly. And that's precisely what we're diving into today. Our mission here is to really uncover the specific techniques and maybe some surprising benefits of using AI tools like Cursor.
Right.
The idea is to become more efficient, more effective as a developer,
Yeah.
freeing up that, precious mental energy for the really hard problems.
Yeah, the stuff AI can't do easily yet.
And our insights today are coming straight from a first-hand account. How I Use Cursor, plus My Best Tips by Steve Sewell.
And what's great about this source is that it's not just theory. It's a blog post sharing practical, actionable tips, workflows from someone who's actually using this tool day in, day out.
Yeah, boots on the ground.
Exactly. So it gives us a really grounded, real-world perspective.
Okay, so let's kick things off with a feature that honestly sounds a bit intimidating at first glance. The author says you absolutely should use it. Cursor's YOLO mode.
Yes, YOLO mode. You only live once. And like Steve Sewell says, don't be scared by the name.
Right.
Because what it does is actually incredibly powerful. It lets the AI agent not just write code, but also verify it.
Verify how? Like beyond basic checks.
Way beyond basic linting, which is just checking style and simple errors. YOLO mode can actually run your tests, make fixes automatically. It basically iterates on its own until the code works.
Okay, so if it's autonomously fixing code, that sounds potentially risky. How much control do you have? What kind of guardrails can you put up?
That's a really good question. So when you enable YOLO mode, it unlocks options. You get custom prompts, allow lists, deny lists for what the AI is allowed to do. The author actually shares his specific prompt setup. He allows tests things like Vitest, NPM test, NAR test, the usual suspects for running automated checks.
Right, standard stuff.
Yeah, plus basic build commands like build and TEC, the TypeScript compiler, and even some file operations like touch to create files or mkeydir for directories.
And the real aha moment he describes isn't just saving keystrokes, it's a shift.
Totally.
Imagine running TEC, the type checker, right?
Yeah.
And it finds errors. Instead of you fixing them,
Cursor just does it.
Cursor just handles it. It finds issues across multiple files, fixes them up, runs TEC again,
Yeah.
iterates until the build passes, all without you touching it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, as he puts it. It shifts your focus completely. You're not bogged down in tiny error fixes. You're overseeing it at a higher level, delegating that routine debugging.
Right. It frees up your brain power, like you said, for more strategic thinking.
Exactly.
So, okay, YOLO mode handles automated fixes for existing checks. But what about tackling brand new complex tasks with AI? How do you avoid just feeling like you're endlessly prompting and then basically doing QA yourself? Say you're building something non-trivial, like a markdown to HTML converter.
That's a super common challenge, right?
Yeah.
Complex stuff often needs multiple passes, and doing that manually with AI can quickly feel like you're just the QA tester.
Yeah, tedious.
So the author's game-changing tip here, and he really emphasizes this, is to explicitly prompt Cursor. Write tests first, then the code, then run the tests and update the code until tests pass.
So AI-driven, test-driven development. TDD.
Exactly. He actually prefers doing TDD with the AI this way.
And what's impressive, he says, is how smart Cursor is about context.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell it, like, create a test directory or here's some example markdown. It just finds what it needs, like the package.json file.
That's right. The package.json holds all your project info and scripts. Cursor finds it, figures out the testing setup all on its own. It's pretty intelligent.
So you just watch it work.
Pretty much. You watch it create the test file, write the implementation code, run the tests, and they might fail initially. That's normal.
Yeah.
And then it automatically iterates, fixes the failures, runs the tests again, until they all pass. It's a powerful way to see automated iteration for building new features.
But there's a catch, right?
Yeah.
The article mentions you still need to, quote, babysit the AI.
Oh, definitely. That's crucial. He makes it clear there are plenty of times it just goes off the rails.
Right.
And you have to hit stop, reset things, maybe tweak the prompt, and try again.
So it's kind of like having a really talented but maybe easily distracted junior dev on your team.
Haha, that's a good analogy. Yeah. Human oversight is absolutely still key. You can't just fire and forget.
Got it. So this AI-driven TDD seems great for new features. How about applying it to make existing code more robust?
Yeah, he extends this approach brilliantly. Say you have some code, like that markdown converter, and it fails on some weird edge case you found in your logs. You can feed Cursor the code that failed, tell it this input broke the converter, and then ask it to first identify the issue, second, write a new test case specifically for that problem.
Ah, capturing the failure.
Exactly. And third, update the main code until all tests, including the new one, pass.
Wow, so you're systematically building up your test suite against real-world failures.
Precisely. He says doing this iterative process maybe every few days when new edge cases pop up makes the code base significantly more robust over time. He calls it amazing.
I can see why. Okay, so we've covered functionality and robustness, but what about the look and feel? The visual side.
Right, another common headache.
AI generates a component, it works, passes tests, but it just looks off. Spacing is weird, layout's clunky.
And then you're stuck trying to describe visual changes in text prompts, right? Make the padding slightly larger. No, a bit more. It's tedious.
That's so frustrating.
This is where Fusion comes in. It's a cursor extension. Think of it like having a mini Figma editor inside your code base.
Okay, how does that work?
So Cursor generates the component code. It passes the tests. Great. But now you notice the spacing between elements is too tight. With Fusion, you can literally just click and drag that element visually to where you want it.
Like in a design tool.
Exactly like a design tool. And as you drag it, the underlying code, the CSS, the component structure, updates automatically in real time.
Whoa, that's cool. Does it just generate random CSS values, though?
That's the really smart part, no. Fusion is designed to be aware of your project's design system.
Ah,
So when you make a visual tweak, like adjusting spacing, it tries to use your existing spacing tokens or variables from your design system rather than just injecting arbitrary pixel values. It keeps things consistent.
that is genuinely impressive. Okay, let's shift gears a bit to the sort of day-to-day developer flow. What if you just want to code freely for a while?
Yeah, vibe coding, as he calls it.
Right, just getting ideas down, maybe not worrying too much about perfect linting or fixing every TypeScript warning immediately. Can AI help clean that up later?
Totally. He has a technique for exactly this. You can just finish your coding session, maybe you know there are some issues, and you literally tell Cursor, fix everything.
Just like that.
Well, a bit more specific. Something like, I've got some build errors, run nrbuild, or whatever your build command is, to see the errors, then fix them, and then run build again until it passes.
So you let the AI handle the final cleanup pass.
Yep. He uses this a lot for what he calls pre-PR commands, before you create a pull request to merge your code.
Okay, so things like running the type checker, TSC, maybe running prettier for code formatting.
Exactly. ESLint for finding potential bugs, all that stuff that runs relatively quickly and catches common problems before they hit the main continuous integration, or CI, build pipeline.
Which saves everyone time and avoids those annoying CI failures for simple stuff.
A ton of time. It prevents those frustrating trivial build failures that slow everybody down.
Makes sense. But what about the really tricky bugs? The ones that aren't just simple type errors or lint warnings?
Yeah, for those stubborn ones, you need a more advanced debugging approach. Here, the author suggests using Cursor to help with logging.
How so?
You basically tell Cursor, okay, this part of the code is acting weird. Please add some logs here to give us better visibility into what's going on. I'll run the code and feed you the results.
Ah, so Cursor injects the logging statements for you.
Right. Then you run the code, maybe reproduce the bug, and collect all that raw log output.
Okay.
Then you paste that raw log output straight back into the chat with Cursor and ask something like, okay, here are the logs. Based on this, what do you think is causing the issue now, and how can we fix it?
So it's like having that junior dev again. But this time they're quickly adding console.log everywhere and helping you sift through the results.
Exactly. It gives the AI much more concrete information to work with, leading to more targeted fixes. Though he does note this might still take a few back and forth iterations to nail the bug.
Still sounds way faster than doing it all manually. Okay, beyond these big workflows, the author also mentions some essential shortcuts, kind of hidden gems.
Yeah, quick wins that really save mental energy day to day.
What are some key
A
ones?
big one is Command K for quick inline changes. You select some code, hit Command K, and just type what you want changed, like make all fonts smaller or convert this to an async function.
Nice. Fast refactoring.
Yeah, the inline UI is neat. And Command K in the terminal, he says that's a total game changer.
Oh.
Instead of trying to remember complex command line syntax, especially for Git.
Oh, yeah. Git commands can be tricky.
Right, you just hit Command K in the terminal window and type in plain English like list my 5 most recent Git branches or find all files modified in the last day, and it generates and runs the command.
Okay, that is useful. Saves looking stuff up constantly. What about Command I?
Command I is more for the agent chat. If you select some code first, then hit Command I, it opens the main chat panel with that selected code already included as context.
Ah, so it's good for discussing or asking questions about a specific block of code.
Exactly. More conversational than the quick Command K changes.
Got it. Any other maybe quirks or useful little things? I think you mentioned autocomplete has some nuances.
Yeah, the autocomplete, the sort of gray text suggestions, there's a tab again feature to accept multi-line suggestions. He admits it can feel a bit unintuitive at first and take some getting used to.
Okay, good to know. For commit messages, I know I hate writing those sometimes.
Yeah, who doesn't? There's a little magic wand icon in the source control tab. You click that, and it uses AI to generate a commit message based on your changes.
Does it work well?
He says it's not always perfect, but it usually provides a really solid starting point. Better than staring at a blank commit message box, anyway.
Definitely. And one more feature he mentioned, the bug finder.
Oh, yeah. You access it through the command palette, Command-Shift-P, and type Bug Finder. It compares the changes you've made against the main branch and tries to proactively identify potential new bugs.
Like what kind of bugs?
He gives an example like forgetting to handle a zero value correctly in some UI calculation, which might lead to division by zero or just weird display issues. It's like having an automated reviewer looking for specific kinds of common mistakes.
An extra safety net. Cool.
All these features, though, they lead us back to that broader, maybe slightly uncomfortable question.
Right, the big one. Does relying so heavily on these AI tools mean you, well, lose your coding skills? Does it make you a less capable engineer over time?
It's a super valid concern, and you hear it a lot. The author tackles it head on. His perspective is, we need to redefine coding skills.
How so?
If coding skills means the ability to build good products while using code, then AI isn't diminishing that. It's automating the more basic repetitive parts.
The grunt work.
Kinda, yeah. Which allows developers to focus their energy on the genuinely harder problems, the complex architectural choices, the tricky system integrations, the nuanced user experience decisions that AI, frankly, isn't great at yet.
So the argument is AI handles the how for simple tasks, letting you focus on the what and the complex how.
Pretty much. He emphasizes that just vibe coding an entire product from scratch with AI is unrealistic. These tools, while powerful, have kind of plateaued in some areas. Meaning manual coding, manual fixing, and especially strong debugging skills are still absolutely essential. If you don't understand the fundamentals, the AI won't save you when you get properly stuck. It's a tool, not a magic wand.
So it's not replacing the need for skill, it's changing where that skill is most valuable.
Exactly. AI becomes an amplifier, especially for senior developers. It magnifies their existing knowledge and experience. The best developers, he argues, will be the ones who learn as many skills as possible: design, architecture, debugging, product sense, and then strategically leverage AI to accelerate their work.
Working smarter, using the best tool for the job.
Right. Ultimately, it comes down to productivity and efficiency. Companies reasonably prefer developers who use these tools effectively because it leads to a better balance. You can vibe code quickly on some UI stuff, but then have more focused time for the really hard manual problem solving.
Delivering more value fast.
Delivering more value, better products. It's redefining coding craftsmanship for this new era, you know?
Absolutely. So as you can clearly see from this discussion, Cursor and tools like it are far more than just fancy autocomplete.
Much more.
It's really a suite of agent features, these integrated workflows that can genuinely change how you approach building software. It lets you delegate the mundane, the repetitive, and focus your limited mental energy where it truly counts.
And the key takeaway, as the author stresses, isn't just to use the tool, but to strategically integrate these capabilities into your workflow, build that familiarity, figure out what works best for you and your projects. The goal is delivering a better product more efficiently.
Yeah, it's about thoughtful adoption.
And this whole discussion leaves us with a pretty fascinating thought to ponder, doesn't it? If AI can increasingly handle so much of the coding, the testing, the fixing, the iterating,
Right.
what new frontiers of what does that open up? What incredibly ambitious, innovative things become possible for you to create when you're freed from some of that implementation overhead?